Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Another jam-packed day for you. They pretty much all are. But this one is really, we're full of stuff. Do you know that yesterday was the 4-year anniversary of Joe Biden telling the guy in Iowa, "Look, fat, look." Remember that? The look fat incident? I forget what they said he was saying, but it was look at that, look that.
I don't.
But
they
ever try to cover clearly.
I don't know that they
fat.
ever tried to cover for that.
I think somebody
Look,
said,
fat, look.
yeah, there it is. I mean, clearly said, "Look, fat, look."
Oh, yeah.
And then he challenged him because he challenged him to running around the block or whatever.
This is the extended version. This is the entire exchange between the two.
Oh, good. Awesome. Right. Little reminder.
But you, on the other hand,
Because he's calling him out on Hunter Biden dealings.
All right.
Oh, yeah, he gets pissed.
Your son's working for a gas company. He has no experience.
In order to get access to the public.
In order to gain access to the president.
Boy, look at the difference in 4 years.
Just like you. So you got a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that.
You're a damn liar.
I see it on the TV. You see it on the TV.
Pause it for a second.
I know you do.
No one's ever said it?
Yeah.
No. You hear the lies one after another? Who's the damn liar here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No one's ever said it. He loves to claim that.
Yes, he does.
Despite the fact that everybody is saying it. No one's ever said. Who said that? Who said? I don't know.
You saw it on TV. But...
Yeah, and then the guy eventually tells him, MSNBC.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it.
Wait, whoa. What is, stop.
No, wait.
Joe.
We weren't done.
But you, on the other hand, that's your son over there. Get a job and work for a gas company that he had no experience in, absolutely nothing. In order to get access to the public, to the president. So you're selling access to the president just like he is.
Whoa.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true.
Yeah,
no one has ever said that. No one has proved that.
He's right about that.
No one has
You see
proved
it
that.
on the TV. No, I know you do. And by the way, that's why I'm not sedentary. I get up and no, let it go.
Oh my
Let it
gosh.
go. Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running.
He knows more than most
check my
people.
shape on it. Let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take a nice deep Number two, no one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion.
Wow.
And no one has ever said it. Not one.
No one's ever said it.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words straight, Jack. That's what I hear on MSNBC. You don't hear that on MSNBC. You did not hear that at all. What you heard. Look, okay, I'm not going to get in an argument with you, man. Well, I don't want to.
You already did.
You do, but look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. It looks like you don't have any more backbone.
My gosh.
What are they? You don't have backbone.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
I'm not voting for you. Well, I knew you weren't, man. You think I thought you stand and vote for me? You're too old to vote for me. All right, here we go. Someone back here.
How
What
is that an applause line?
What a
I don't know.
complete
You're too
douchebag.
old to vote for me.
What an a-hole.
Hold on. I picked up on something there that I hadn't
Gosh.
previously. I don't know if you want to play it again, Pat, but about 30 seconds in, he's been thinking about cutting this guy down about his weight from the very beginning.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because he says,
No question.
I'm not sedentary. Like, he's saying
Right.
that, like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, he was looking for an opening for that. But then he actually was telling the truth where he said, or maybe telling the truth, I wasn't selling access to the president because that's what the guy alleged. No, man, I was enriching the Biden family. Had nothing to do with Barack.
Yeah, I wasn't the president.
Anyway, 4-year anniversary. So back, I think that was also...
Wow. What that is an unbelievable exchange
It sure is.
between a citizen, just an ordinary citizen, somebody, a voter, and a guy running for the highest office in the land.
Set him off because the truth hurts.
Jeez. Nobody's ever said that. He said that like 4 times. Nobody's ever said it. Wow, you need to...
I heard that on MSNBC. No, you didn't.
Yeah, you need to look around. Maybe turn on a television set from time to time.
Yeah, and that was back,
Wow.
if you'll recall, it probably was on MSNBC because, remember, until South Carolina went for Joe, the Democratic Party was not sold on him as their nominee.
No,
So
they
that
weren't.
was when they were lined up against him, and that's when the thing came about Me Too, and let's really ask him these questions and put him on the spot.
Yep. Wow. An applause line to every insult. Got an applause line to him. You want to do push-ups? You want to run around the block? What do you want to? Well, what are you talking about?
Well,
I want to do push-ups with you.
He's mad that he's being confronted about Hunter.
Yeah, and he's instantly
during that-
going after his weight.
And he's also, he was already taking attacks about being too old, so he had to fight back about that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even worse now. There's no way he walks around talking to people in Iowa like that today.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, he was far older than that guy. I knew you were going to vote for me. You're too old. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
All right.
I didn't care for that fat shaming either because
No, I didn't care for
you.
the fat shaming.
Thank you.
At all.
we
don't tolerate that here.
No, sir.
We do not tolerate fat
No.
shaming. So that was disgusting to see and hear.
Let me eat.
Right?
Welcome
Am I right?
back, Chris. Welcome. back.
You are right. That has been discussed. Yes.
You know, you should actually mix that in every now and then.
What?
The look fat look line.
Oh yeah. Except we don't tolerate fat shaming.
Don't look over here.
But wow, an amazing exchange. That's amazing. He didn't get nearly. He should have been drummed out of
Right
the
then.
campaign
Right
right
then.
there.
Right then.
That would have been enough to end the career of any other politician.
How is it that there's
Wow.
just certain people that just are
And
turned on, man?
look, we played the heck out of that.
We
When
did
it
the
happened.
look fat, especially the look fat part.
Yeah, but I mean, we played. I remember watching the whole clip.
Yeah, we watched it.
and it
Yeah.
just didn't
Yep.
matter.
I mean, basically challenging the guy to competitions because he thinks he's in better shape. Oh, man. Incredible. Joe was asked about the hostages yesterday as he left the White House.
Got 8 American hostages.
Do you have any reaction to Trump saying you're a danger to democracy?
Look at that walk. Look at that walk. Now listen to the press. Listen to the press here, just as he gets the helicopter. I'm kind of glad he didn't stop to talk to us. Why?
I can't tell you I'm disappointed. What? I can't say I'm disappointed. What? That he didn't stop? That he didn't stop? I know.
Why? That's your job.
Maybe he'll stop it, Andrew.
Look at him.
I mean, what a doddering doofus from Delaware this guy is.
Oh, that's good.
I like that.
I like the alliteration, Pat.
You like that?
The dawdling doofus from Delaware. There's
The
our
triple
title.
D.
Triple D.
Doddering doofus from Delaware.
Write that down.
I mean, watch him walk at the beginning of this.
know.
Watch him struggle just to keep upright
Well, he's
while he's walking to the
His
helicopter.
gait is.
It's terrible. It's like,
You want to do push-ups?
yeah, you want to run around the block? Whatever you want, man. Pathetic. What'd she say about democracy?
Trump said you're a threat to democracy.
Oh,
Okay, but I'm concerned about the press there at the very end. We cut out there where they're just like,
Yeah, she
well,
didn't
I'm
want him to
glad
stop.
I didn't want to talk. Ask the president of the United States questions.
yeah.
No,
I don't know. Weird.
stupid press.
Very weird.
That's because they don't care.
Also, in front of Congress yesterday, one of the witnesses was Kristen Clark, Biden's assistant AG for civil rights. And she was asked about Missouri versus Biden. This is amazing. It's exposed the Biden administration's attempt to silence free speech, of course. And they were working behind the scenes with social media companies.
Pretty big deal. We talked about it a lot.
Yeah, we did. And here's, again, the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights.
Missouri versus Biden case in the district court, the court explained, quote, if the allegations made by the plaintiffs are true, the present case arguably involves the most massive attack on free speech in United States history, close quote. Court went on to find that the plaintiffs were reasonably likely to succeed on the merits at trial, entered a preliminary injunction. The Fifth Circuit has affirmed. The Supreme Court has taken jurisdiction of the case. Of course, that's all civil litigation. Is any criminal investigation or prosecution of the persons responsible for that activity in the FBI, CISA, and at the White House and their co-conspirators underway in the Civil Rights Division?
Congressman, I'm not familiar with this litigation, but happy to bring your question back.
Thank you. So let me just make sure I understand that. You are not aware of the Missouri versus Biden litigation that is currently being taken up by the United States Supreme Court. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Unfortunately, I'm not,
very
Congressman.
Unfortunate. Wow. Yeah. That's...
assuming not, assuming that you're not aware of that.
Yeah. She's not.
She said she wasn't.
What reason would there be that the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department's leader is unaware of what a United States District Court has described as the most massive attack on free speech in the United States history?
Yeah.
If you could share more of the facts that could be helpful,
She has no idea what you're talking about.
Otherwise, you just don't know. Is that correct?
That's correct. Unfortunately, this does
unfortunately,
not
that is
a case
unfortunate.
that I'm familiar with.
It's not a case she's familiar. Why would she be familiar with it?
And she's a civil rights attorney?
Yeah.
General?
Why would you be familiar with that? The Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights in the Biden administration.
Yeah, tell her Mark Zuckerberg is white. And then she'd be like, oh,
yeah,
now
okay.
That's okay.
That's absolutely astounding.
The Biden administration sucks.
That's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact. By the way, did you hear that last night Joe was at a fundraiser, kind of left some doubt as to if he even wants to be president anymore. He told fundraisers, donors, if Trump wasn't running, I'm not sure I'd be running. We cannot let him win. Interesting. Don't understand.
I wonder why he wouldn't be running. Why wouldn't you be running?
Yeah.
No matter who's on the other side. If you want to be president, you think you're the best man for the job. Wouldn't that include any candidate running against?
Love of the country.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Does that mean that Democrats, the Marxists that are actually running the show, do they just think that Joe is the best hope against Trump?
That's all they have.
I think a lot of them don't believe that. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
Not anymore, because he's waning fast.
Very fast.
They don't have anyone.
And this was April when, right? Wasn't it April-ish when he announced he was running? So this is 7-8 months ago, Joe's faculties, as you allude to, that they hitched their wagon to.
And, you think about that look fat encounter in Iowa 4 years ago. He'd never pull that off today.
No way.
How would it sound today, Pat?
Look, fat, look. Anyway, I've said too much.
You said too much.
I've said too much. I'm going to go sit down now.
Right.
I've said too much.
Right.
Somebody else can talk now. Okay?
Okay.
Somebody else.
Okay. So 2023,
I'm
Joe.
Jill's husband. Jill, come here.
A little different than 2019.
A little bit different. Yeah, a little different. Also, Al Gore was just discussing free speech and how there's too much of it on the internet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's too much.
If you have social media that is dominated by algorithms that pull people down these rabbit holes that are a bit like pitcher plants, these algorithms, they are the digital equivalent of AR-15s. They ought to be banned. They really ought to be banned. It's an abuse of the public forum.
Oh my.
But when people are pulled down these rabbit holes, you know what's at the bottom of the rabbit hole?
What?
That's where the echo chamber is.
Oh.
And if you spend too much time in the echo
Good
chamber,
payoff there.
What's weaponized is another form of AI, not artificial intelligence, artificial insanity.
Oh, this guy. This guy's got jokes.
QAnon is just the best known version of artificial insanity. And these devices are the enemies of self-government, and they're the enemies of democracy. We need reforms for both democracy and capitalism. Both sets of reforms are possible.
Oh, my.
We don't have to worry about democracy because we don't have one. I wish they'd wake up to that fact.
We don't have capitalism either.
Well, we haven't for a long time, but we certainly don't have a democracy. I mean, asinine. These guys are just pathetic.
They hammer this COP28 clips. They hammer democracy
and capitalism.
Hey, Al, I've got a question. What's at the bottom of a rabbit hole?
It's an echo chamber, and it's also another form of artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah, what does the AI stand for?
It's our artificial insanity is what it is. I'm serious.
Are you?
I'm serious.
He's being serious. Sorry, don't laugh.
Don't laugh at that. It's artificial insanity.
What was this thing about his AR-15?
Awesome.
So it's a digital AR-15.
A digital.
It's doing as much harm as if you're shooting people.
So if you're doing your own research, that's the same as picking up a loaded weapon.
Right. Well, you're doing your own research, but you're going down rabbit holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's that? Wait. Now.
And at the bottom of that rabbit hole, Jeffy, if I'm not mistaken, is an echo chamber.
That's correct.
And that is another form of artificial intelligence of AI called artificial insanity.
That's correct. No, I got it, Al. Thank you. I understand.
These people are just so bad.
And it shouldn't be lost in that clip, as ridiculous as it was. We have to reform capitalism. We have to reform democracy.
No, we don't have to reform it. We need to get back to it. We need to get back to capitalism. Jeez. We haven't done that. We haven't done real capitalism in a really long time.
Nope.
All right. Let me tell you about the new movie, The Blind. For years, Hollywood's been lacking when it comes to stories of redemption. Movies and TV shows have trended toward the anti-hero. The flawed person who makes no effort to change, just gets worse and worse as the story progresses. Well, here's some great news. The Blind, the true story of the Robertson family. It's now available for purchase on BlazeTV. Maybe you've made a mess of your life. Maybe someone you love is in a dark place. Maybe all of the above. If you or someone you know feels beyond redemption, you need to watch this movie. You'll see there's always hope. Always. The Blind takes you on an incredible journey through the life of Phil Robertson, giving you an intimate look into the man behind the legend and the trials and the triumphs and the values that have shaped him through the years. While The Blind wasn't a Blaze Media production, since Phil is such a big part of our Blaze TV family, we wanted to make sure you had the opportunity to stream it here rather than Amazon or Netflix. But it's not ours, so we can't include it as part of the subscription. But if you'd rather purchase it and stream it here than, say, Apple or Amazon, we wanted to make sure you had the opportunity. So act now. Don't miss this opportunity to own The Blind, a Phil Robertson story on Blaze TV. You buy it today at blazetv.com/theblind for just $19.99. That's blazetv.com/theblind.
That gray is unleashed.
The University of Penn president was before Congress yesterday, and he was asked why Joe Biden. Did I make a mistake? I don't know who the president of Penn is, and I just perhaps wrongly assumed
you did.
It was a he.
Bro.
That may not be this person's pronoun.
It's not.
What is this person's pronoun?
Well, we actually don't know.
We don't know what their preferred pronoun is,
but looks like a chick.
Oh, wow, really? So you would assume
I'm not assuming jack crap.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But you just said she...
Get out of my face, Jeff Fisher. Just play the damn clip.
But you just said...
play the clip. Play it.
Ms. McGill, as president of UPenn, can you give us some insight into why Joe Biden was paid almost $1 million by UPenn? What were his responsibilities when he is at UPenn? Did he teach a class?
I appreciate the question. President Biden was a professor of practice at University of Pennsylvania for a little over 2 years. My understanding is that his salary was $400,000 a year. We also had Mr. Jeb Bush as a professor of practice at University of Pennsylvania.
So?
President Biden had a wide variety of obligations. He was in many different classes.
Exactly did he have?
He held seminars. He was in many different classes. He interacted with thousands of students over the time he was there. Mm-hmm. He invited speakers. The goal of the center was to enhance
for $400,000. Anonymous Chinese donations poured into UPenn after your university hired Joe Biden, and he appeared to have a no-show job.
What?
No. He appeared in many different classes.
He held stuff he brought was there.
He said what? Right. What did he do? You said something about stuff.
He held stuff.
He held the stuff.
He did seminars, or he attended them.
The seminars.
He was in classes and stuff. Walked around the halls a couple of times.
It's a good
gig. Yeah.
Not a joke.
Not a
good
joke.
Gig.
Maybe I shouldn't get hung up on this detail, but if you're going to ask questions, serious questions like that, please don't end with this like goofy smile after. You know, like I didn't care for that.
Ms. McGill, as president of UPenn, can you give us some insight into why Joe Biden was paid almost $1 million by UPenn? What were his responsibilities when he is at UPenn? Did he?
I don't care for that. That's not the tone.
She's just no, it's not the tone. But that's all.
You notice
she knows.
though? Did she finish with teach class? Did he teach?
Yeah.
I never heard.
Yeah.
Did you hear teach?
I don't know. Let's hear her say it.
I don't think she said.
What is the question? Because the answer was not. Yes, he was a teacher
in class.
Paid almost $1 million by UPenn. What were his responsibilities when he is at UPenn? Did he teach a class?
Did he teach a class? Yep.
Yeah, that's what she asked.
I appreciate the question.
That's what she asked, but that's not
President Biden was a professor of practice at University of Pennsylvania for a little over 2 years.
Now, either the answer is either yes or no.
Right.
Did he teach a class? If he did...
Yeah, but we're bipartisan. Jeb Bush was there, too.
You're right.
Who cares?
Right. Now, it's not the question, Puddin'.
No.
That's not the question. We don't care what Jeb Bush did. We're talking about the President of the United States now, who keeps claiming that he taught for 4 years at Penn.
Weird.
Man, it's crazy. It's amazing.
And 4 years, if he's making $400,000 a year, now I'm not a mathematician at all, but that's more than $1 million.
For 4 years, yeah. That'd be $1.6 million. So, just based on my very, very quick math there that I did in my head.
So it's more, like I said.
Yeah, it's more. It's more than $1 million, not almost $1 million.
I know, yes.
Was it 2 years or 4?
Well, he supposedly taught for 4 years, right, at UPenn.
Oh, as a professor of practice?
Yeah, as a professor of practice. What is that? What is that?
That's a
know
good
what that
gig.
means.
That's what that is.
Professor of practice.
We'll get you an office down that hall there.
And you can practice going in and out.
Building number 3.
There we go.
Also in front of Congress yesterday, nobody else. Nobody else was in front of Congress.
Oh yeah, we had.
But we did have this University of Pennsylvania student from that school.
Yeah.
On Capitol Hill.
It's a long clip. Yeah.
Is it? How long is this?
5 minutes. We can do it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, we could barely squeeze it in. Yeah. Are we going to have room for comment? Do we need to have room for comment?
We're going to have another clip on the other side, so we can go ahead and play it now.
Let's see it.
Well, I am both honored and thankful to be here. I should not be here today. I should be studying for my upcoming finals. I should be taking in every moment, every experience as an undergraduate student in my senior year of college. So while I should not be here today, I am. Because 36 hours ago, I, along with most of campus, sought refuge in our rooms. As classmates and professors chanted proudly for the genocide of Jews while igniting smoke bombs and defacing school property. The neighboring university's president immediately released a statement describing this as a brazen display of anti-Semitism. He went on saying, Silence in the face of last night's demonstration of anti-Semitism and hate near our doorstep is not an option for me. Well, the doorstep of the neighboring university is in fact Penn. And in fact, Penn's president did choose silence. The neighboring university's president swiftly denounced the incident, and yet our president cannot. Because the glorious October 7th, and you're a dirty little Jew, you deserve to die, are words said not by Hamas, but by my classmates and professors. And because despite all of this, I am adamant and hopeful that we will not accept, least of all embrace, this horrific new normal on college campuses today. On October 7th, Israel was attacked. Since October 7th, American Jews have been under attack. My name is Eyal Yacobi, and I am a proud American studying at the University of Pennsylvania. I love Penn. I've wanted to attend this university since before I can remember. I'm here because the Penn I attend today is unrecognizable from the Penn I once used to know. Penn, once renowned for groundbreaking discoveries like the mRNA vaccine, is now a chilling landscape of hatred and hostility. Our university, revered for its pursuit of knowledge, has devolved into an arena where Jewish students tiptoe through their days, uncertain and unsafe. The situation at Penn has escalated into a full-blown crisis, with students openly asserting their intentions to proceed with plans with or without university permission. During COVID, strict guidelines governed everything from class attendance and graduation walks. Yet now, when students and faculty defy policies to intimidate Jewish students, where is the same resolute enforcement? For the past 3 weeks inside Houston Hall, our student center, an anti-Semitic headquarters has been erected with signs spreading Hamas propaganda. The organizers, both Penn-affiliated and not, were initially asked to leave as they are trespassing on campus property. Well, 3 weeks later, they are still sleeping there, and countless Jewish students have been harassed, yet the anti-Semitic dormitory remains. Clearly, both a disregard for school policies and permission to disregard them by a university unwilling to do anything. Not only are tensions palpable, but there have also been materialized actions taken to intimidate and harm students. A bomb threat against Hillel, a swastika spray painted, the Hillel and Chabad houses vandalized, a professor posting the armed wing of Hamas's logo on Facebook, a Jewish student accosted, Jews are Nazis, etched adjacent to Penn's Jewish fraternity house. Why doesn't the university hold the perpetrators of such acts accountable? Is the university fearful that they may offend those who wish to intimidate and harass their fellow students? Penn's ambivalence fuels a crisis that has shattered my academic sanctuary. Policies meant to safeguard us have become hollow promises. And let us be clear, if they fail Jewish students today, tomorrow they will fail the rest of us. Nonetheless, I refuse to go back to 1939 when Jews had to hide their religious symbols and hide who they are due to the intimidation and harassment of us. I used to think this was nonsense, fear-mongering, until I was made aware that Penn recommended to students, quote, not wear clothing/accessories related to Judaism. Hundreds of posters mocking the hostages featuring cows instead of humans adorned Penn's campus 2 weeks ago. While on my way to class, I was greeted with chalk reading 90% of pigs are gas chambered. As a student, despite what my university says, I do not feel safe. Let me be clear, I do not feel safe. Luckily, there are policies in place to protect students from the heinous acts I described. Unluckily, the university seems to have no interest in upholding those very policies. Yep. It's time for the soul of our university to reclaim its integrity. And it's time for me and my fellow classmates to stop worrying for our lives. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to the world, though. This is what we've been talking about for decades now.
Yeah.
The left are not your friends. They're not your friends. We have, always will be your friend. And we want you protected. We don't want this stuff going on. People on the right are disgusted by this stuff.
Yep.
We're abhorred by it, just like he is. Man, to be called a dirty little Jew in the year 2023, and those people all get away with it. And there's no consequences to coming after these people so that they have to be locked into a classroom together? And you've taken no action against the perpetrators. How is that possible? But that is Penn, by the way. It was Penn before this happened. It will be Penn after. Welcome to it.
I know.
Hopefully you understand now who your friends are. 888-900-3393. More of this going on, too. An NYU student talks about it. Coming up next.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
Unleashed.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and Instagram. Right-wing conspiracist. A little controversy going on with this particular tweet.
No controversy.
He tweets.
A lot of controversy.
So,
a lot of controversy.
With all the irrefutable evidence that's come out now about President Turnip's business dealings, okay, I need to know the etymology of the name President Turnip.
It's Biden.
I mean,
I know.
Change it to
I know
Biden.
it's Biden. Where does it come from, though? President Brain Dead is obvious where that comes from. He's brain dead.
Fell off the turnip truck.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe fell off the turnip truck.
I mean, I've been calling him President Radish for quite some time.
I will say,
that's just
okay,
because he's a vegetable.
I just want to know the etymology. That's all. Is that too much to ask?
We're using more brain power to decipher this nickname than Joe Biden uses in a month.
For sure. But the question is, think any journalist Ducey will ask him directly if he'll apologize to the fat look guy for the insult 4 years ago?
He doesn't even remember that.
And then watch the on-air meltdown begin. I would love to see it, but nobody will ask him about it.
Do it live in a press conference.
Lone Wolf 2965. I'd like to challenge Joe to walking off the stage competition. You want to do some push-ups? You want to run around the block? No, how about we walk off the stage together, see who makes it and who doesn't.
Come on, man.
I think I could give him a 5-minute head start and he'd still lose. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. Micah 6'8" is enough. I think it's clear, listening to Biden, that he truly believes in his heart that he won 81 million votes and is the only challenger who can defeat Trump. Yeah.
I'm honest.
Trisha Twiss, is it me or does Al Gore look like an elf?
Oh, he's got a little bit of elf. Look, he looks good, by the way. He looks
for his age, yeah.
He looks good. Looks like he's lost a little bit of weight.
Yes,
looking good.
Yes, he does.
Oh, you didn't like the Al Gore beard phase?
He's got
the beard phase was not good.
He's got the kitchen clock watch. I love that. That's probably about 10,000-12,000.
And I will say this: he's held up a heck of a lot better than Joe Biden has.
Oh yes,
and he's probably close to the same age. What is he? 78?
Al?
Got to be 77, 78,
something like that. Yeah,
in there somewhere.
75.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow,
March
75.
He's a spring chicken.
Well, he's got a ways to go then.
I'm sorry. He's a spring turnip.
Okay, let's see. Timothy Klein. Al Gore doesn't realize the algorithms were named after him. Algorithms. Get it? Algorithms.
Right.
I mean, he claims credit for the internet. How do you not claim credit for algorithms?
That's the Al Gore of internet creation fame.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Nice, Timothy.
Now it makes sense.
David Cullup. There is no better impersonation than the Pat impersonation of Al Gore. This is true comedy gold. Well, thank you. I'm not sure that's true, but I appreciate it.
Don't be humble.
Okay. You're right. You're exactly. You're only saying that because it's true.
It's true.
Tamara B. Gore is a rabbit hole. John Kerry. No, it's a chasm. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Phil Sharp. I've never been down one, but I'm pretty sure it's rabbits that are at the end of the rabbit.
Don't be making
if you
assumptions,
say so.
bro. Don't be making assumptions.
If you say so.
I don't know where you're getting that wild idea. That's crazy. All right, so we just played the kid from, not a kid, but the young man from the University of Pennsylvania. They were holed up in a classroom, had to lock themselves in. Police came.
2 nights ago.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Scary.
The Palestinian protesters were after them. They're talking about genocide on the Jewish students and on Jews, and it's the Jews who are running for their lives right now. Yet, for some reason, nobody's paying any price on the left for that.
We have to worry about Islamophobia.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. Then there's an NYU student who described her experiences with anti-Semitism.
Being a Jew at NYU is walking to class and passing torn and defaced posters of innocent hostages with the words occupier and murderer written across their faces. It is going to Bob's library to study and being interrupted by unauthorized protests where students and faculty call for a globalized intifada revolution, an incitement to violence against Jews everywhere, and a call for the annihilation of the Jewish state and my friends and family who live there. Being a Jew at NYU is being surrounded by students and faculty who support the murder and kidnapping of Jews because, after all, as they say, resistance is justified when people are occupied. It is being surrounded by social justice warriors and self-proclaimed feminists whose calls for justice end abruptly when the rape victims are Jews. Being a Jew at NYU has meant being physically assaulted in NYU's library by a fellow student while I was wearing an American-Israeli flag and having my attacker still roam freely throughout the campus. Being a Jew at NYU is experiencing how diversity, equity, and inclusion is not a value that NYU extends to its Jewish students.
What are we doing?
Since October 7th, the unmistakable anti-Semitism that I've experienced on campus is reminiscent of the Jew hatred I've heard about from my grandparents, Holocaust survivors, who experienced firsthand the deafening silence of their neighbors in Poland and Germany when the Nazis first rose to power. As anti-Semitic rhetoric and actions became more and more acceptable, their communities' shops were looted, their synagogues defaced, and finally, their families were taken away and perished in concentration camps. Today, in 2023, at NYU, I hear calls to gas the Jews, and I am told that Hitler was right. To the NYU administration, you are not free to selectively enforce your own rules. You are not free to refuse your Jewish students the same protections that you extend to others. NYU has adopted the International Holocaust Remembrance Association's definition of anti-Semitism, which recognizes that calls to harm Jews in the name of radical ideology, calls to eradicate Israel, to deny the Jewish people their right to self-determination in their ancestral homeland is anti-Semitism that is punishable under NYU's Code of Conduct. I am a proud Jew, and I am a proud Zionist. I am the granddaughter of Holocaust survivors. We are not going anywhere. Anti-Semitism and the support for terror should have no home at NYU or any other college campus. We made the promise of never again, and never again is now. Thank you.
Wow. Jeez. Incredible. Incredible. Where's all this coming from? You might wonder. Why are these universities conducting themselves the way they are? They were trying to get answers on Capitol Hill to some of these questions, and the president at Harvard was asked about some of the funding that's going on in Harvard.
Harvard receives funding from foreign entities and governments which support its Middle East Studies Department, correct?
$1 billion.
We receive funding from a variety of sources because we have alumni from all over the world.
It's a yes or no question there.
But that is correct, right? The Middle Eastern Studies Department?
$1 billion.
We receive funding from various sources.
It's a yes or no. Are you not aware where the Middle Eastern Studies Department receives funding?
We receive funding from various sources.
I am asking you a yes or no question. You are under oath in front of the United States Congress. You are giving lip service provided your attorneys. It's a yes or no question. Harvard receives funding from foreign entities and governments which support its Middle Eastern Studies Department, correct?
We have alumni all over the world, and we benefit
so the answer is correct.
From their philanthropy.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
The answer is correct?
Yes.
We receive support from our alumni from all over the
and
world,
that support,
from individuals.
And what amount of support is that reported to the federal government?
I'd have to actually look at our filings.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know? As the president of the university, you don't know?
Not that particular number.
It's
no,
$1.5 billion over the past 3 years. Are you aware of that?
$1.5 billion. Wow.
I don't know if that is the correct number, but that's the number you've shared.
Has Harvard reported all of the federal... Oh, my time.
Oh,
wait,
Okay.
yeah. All right.
What
Sorry,
was
you
that
asked
all
the
about?
question too many times, and
so Grandma
we're
cut
done
her
now.
off.
What was that?
Grandma
Where's the
cut her
gavel?
off.
Get your gavel ready.
Grandma cut her off. Who was?
I don't know.
What congressperson is that?
Oh, no. Go back to that. Who was that last
congressperson
representative?
is
I've got
that?
to
Federal... Oh, my time.
That's Congressman Fox.
Congressman who? Oh,
Congressman Fox.
She's amazing.
Is she really?
Sierra
Oh,
woman.
she is.
She's amazing. I've seen her.
She's the one that said, "You Semite."
You Semite?
Yeah.
What
To
was
the
the
press.
context?
To the press, because they were asking questions about the Jews.
Yeah, well,
and
she
all that
needs to
stuff.
work on her gavel arm there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she's old. She's like 80.
Still though.
Jeez, that's amazing. All right.
Elise, your time is up.
All right, so what else we got here? So it was a fun day in Congress yesterday, but yeah, we had
we got the president of Penn.
Yeah, we got to go back to her.
Go back to her.
Oh,
see what she had to say.
They were all sitting there.
Ms. McGill, at Penn, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
I am asking specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision.
Okay,
That's
in the
your
context
testimony
of
today.
what happened.
Genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill.
Sure is.
So is your testimony that you will not answer yes?
If the
Yes
speech
or no?
becomes if the speech becomes conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide? The speech is not harassment? This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill. I'm going to give you one more opportunity for the world to see your answer. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be harassment.
The answer is yes. And Dr. Gay, at Harvard.
Incredible. That's absolutely astounding. What do you mean it depends on the context? How about the context it's been done in? How about what's already happened? Was that bullying and or harassment? And the answer is, of course, yes. But she's not willing to even give that answer.
She was waiting for Congresswoman Fox.
Yeah. Are your time?
Come on, bail me out here.
Time's up. Your time's up.
But is that confirmed, though? Chris, we don't have the clip of Dr. Gay? That's too bad.
No, darn it. Shoot. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Preborn, because there is a spiritual battle going on right now as we try to protect the most innocent babies, the babies in the womb. Preborn stands on the front line of this battle, and their network of clinics are positioned in the highest abortion areas, often right next to abortion mills, where unspeakable evil happens every day, even now. After the Supreme Court ruling of, overturning Roe v. Wade, do you know that the number of abortions, not in this state, of course, not in Texas, but the number of abortions overall actually went up? Because it's like when gun laws start to be bandied about and we go out and buy guns. Well, people go out, I guess, to California and Massachusetts and New York and get abortions while they think they still can. So it's more important now than ever to support the work at Preborn. They save over 200 babies per day, and they're trying to save as many as they possibly can this coming year. Right now, your most generous gift will be matched, and you will empower good, and you will save precious souls. There's no better work than this. There's nothing that you could contribute to that is more important than this. So if you can, please donate $28. That buys a woman an ultrasound, and that doubles the chance that the baby will be born alive. To donate securely, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, and don't forget there's matching funds right now, so whatever you donate, up to, I think, $5,000, it'll be matched. That's pound 250, or go to, then the keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Wow. What a battle we're facing right now.
That's for sure.
It's just incredible. Yep. FBI Director Christopher Wray was in front of Congress, too. There's a lot going on right now. Josh Hawley had some questions about the FBI going after Catholics.
Director, this is one of the most outrageous targetings. Really you have mobilized your division, the most powerful law enforcement division in the world, against traditionalist Catholics, whatever the heck that means. And you're just told us you have not fired a single person. I mean, here, it gets worse. Your Richmond field office, they thought there was nothing wrong with this. The House interviewed the head of the Richmond field office. He testified. It's all here in the public report. I refer you to it, pages 12, 13, 14. He testified he saw no problem with this. He said he thought it was fine.
Christopher did.
In fact, we have internal memoranda of the members of the field office high-fiving. One peer reviewer, another member of the field office wrote, "I think this is a great product. I really enjoyed the read." Do you have a problem with systemic bigotry against Catholics in the FBI?
No.
What are you going to do about this? Are you going to fire these people or not?
That's what he paused it for a second. Wait a minute. I think that's the wrong answer to the question there, Chris.
Do you have a problem? No.
No, I don't have a problem with it.
Josh Hawley.
I think he said the right answer there. That's actually the right answer. He just screwed up and said it.
And then Hawley didn't catch it.
Do you have a problem with harassing Catholics? No. And it was a strong no, too. Roll that back again. Let's watch it one more time. That's amazing.
This is a great product. I really enjoyed the read. Do you have a problem with systemic bigotry against Catholics in the FBI?
No.
What are you going to do about this? Are you going to fire these people or not?
Nothing. He doesn't have a problem with it.
Those individuals have all been admonished, and it is all going into their, if you would let me finish my answer, it is all going into their annual performance reviews with a direct impact on their compensation, among other things.
Among other things. I see. Wow. So the 60 million American Catholics who now learn that your FBI has recommended that priests be recruiters, informants. Your FBI has gone to priests, choir directors, but we're to feel better because you've admonished them for their wrongdoing.
You, again, are conflating two different things.
I'm not. I am taking your testimony where you said you do not. You said categorically, you said we do not go to priests and ask them about their parishioners. You said we do not. You didn't say we haven't. You didn't say we won't. You said we don't. It turns out you do, and you kept it from the public. You deliberately misled Congress about it, and the only reason we know about it is because a whistleblower came forward.
I just fundamentally disagree with your characterization.
Well, there's no characterization. The facts are the facts, and I fundamentally resent the fact that you have violated, if not the spirit, if not the letter, certainly the spirit of the First Amendment.
Nice.
And used your law enforcement agency against Catholics in this nation.
That's good stuff. Wow. I mean,
it was a little mean.
Nothing.
It was a little mean.
He's a little
Holly's
mean.
Okay. Voice of conscience over here, Jeff Fisher.
He's a little mean. First of all, that wasn't the nicest way to approach the questions for him. Okay.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Welcome to it. We got some. We have some tweets here to share. Anna for Real Tea tweets. According to Al Gore, all rabbit holes were supposed to be underwater by now. Oh,
right. So his analogy doesn't even work.
Weird. Where's my pudding? Al Gore, the angry elf with a lisp. Jeffy's underwear elastic.
Wow.
I call him President Tomato because, you know, he's a fruit, but he doubles as a vegetable.
That's excellent.
Okay, that
Not a joke.
That works.
Not a joke. Rock and roll G-Mom, if these attacks on Jewish students were attacks on blacks, it would not be tolerated.
Oh, my gosh.
The president would be on TV condemning it. The media would be all over it. Yeah, it's all we'd be hearing about.
Yep.
Can you imagine if a group of black students had to be holed up in a classroom protected by the police?
Oh.
Can you imagine? Mark Moderman, replace Jew with any other protected group, and they would be yelling, yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That violates our code of conduct.
You betcha they would. In a heartbeat.
It's really despicable that that's not the case.
Is.
It's really despicable. All right, let me take a minute to tell you about Miracle Made. You know, traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. That's really nasty to think about. They harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. So essentially, you're sleeping on your toilet with the traditional
I wouldn't be the first time, but I don't want to do that all the time.
Right. And, I mean, it's just gross. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding, such as sheets and pillowcases, comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria, require 3 times less laundry. Self-cooling properties, too, for better quality sleep. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating, and they're designed to keep you at a perfect temperature all night long, so you get a better night's sleep every night. You're going to love these sheets. They're soft, they're comfortable, they're luxurious, and it's not like sleeping on your toilet seat.
It's an important point.
Yeah, very important to me. Go to trymiracle.com/Pat and try it today, or gift it to somebody this holiday season. We got a special deal for our listeners right now. You save over 40%. And if you use the promo code PAT at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Nice. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So really, there's no risk here. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Pat. Use the promo code PAT to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Again, trymiracle.com/Pat and treat yourself, your friend, a loved one this holiday season.
Mr. Cratchit.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, we're getting into chewing the fat just a bit late, but here's Jeffy. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's the open for Jeffy, and now here's Jeffy with chewing the fat.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Happy to do it.
One
more time out there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I feel better.
Now he's in the mood.
I feel better.
All right, just one more time for good measure. All right, there we go.
Don't overdo it anymore. Don't stop. So I guess congratulations. Whoa, excuse me. I guess congratulations are in order. The International Olympic Committee has said Salt Lake City, Utah is the preferred host of the 2034 Winter Olympics and the Paralympic Games. So they still aren't guaranteed the bid. Carl Stoss, the chair of the IOC's Future Host Commission, said they still need to do their homework, but it doesn't sound like Utah's capital city expects any roadblocks. I feel like that's his way of saying, it's a little bit more cash. A little bit more cash this way.
Yeah.
The mayor of Salt Lake City, Aaron Mendenhall, said, "We are so ready for this. We are ready to lock it in." So I guess he's got to guess the envelope's full.
11 years from now?
2034.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be able to build on a legacy. They still love the 2002 Winter Olympics they had at Salt Lake City. They claim that it's still regarded as one of the game's biggest successes.
Really?
That's what they say. It was one of the very few profitable events in Olympic history.
Well, that's really, and being governor of Massachusetts, of course, but that's even, I think, the Olympics in 2002 were even more so responsible for Mitt Romney coming to prominence.
Yeah.
He did a really good job with that. He really did. He turned around a scandal-ridden Olympics where people are getting bribes and all kinds of stuff, and it was just out of control, and they were losing money like crazy, and he fixed it.
Yep, and he set up they still use today, their endowment fund, their Olympic history endowment fund. I mean, He did. He turned it around for
They've
them.
also done some pretty cool stuff with the Olympic venues, to where they haven't just sat and rotted over the last
they've used them, right?
20 years. Yeah, they've used them. They do use them. So It's worked out pretty well.
Can't wait till 2034.
What I loved was the redoing of all of the freeways and the on-ramps and putting up with closures for 4 years prior to the games. And then right when it was done, we moved to Houston, Texas. Had to put up with all the crap and experienced none of the good stuff.
Yeah,
and
the
then
fruits.
now there's been such a population explosion there that, I mean, the freeways that they greatly increased, like I-15, for instance, is already not enough.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean,
they're already strained again.
We've seen that here.
Yeah.
In DFW, right?
But
and then you got
Texas does.
And then you got to move to Houston.
Does
and there
freeways well.
Those were all good to go. There was no construction.
Right.
on
Then
any
we moved to
highways.
Houston.
Nothing happening there.
And we lived out west of Houston, where I-10 serves that area. And they remodeled that. They redid that from, I don't know, 10 or 12 lanes to
still
24.
may be going on. I know.
Jeez.
Oh, I know.
So, yeah, that was fun. Thank you for that reminder about the Houston construction.
Oh, 2034.
Yeah.
Just know the Olympics are going to come back to Salt Lake City. Maybe.
Maybe.
If the envelope of cash comes through. Little music update. It's Christmas time, so Brenda Lee's rocking around the Christmas tree.
This is amazing to me.
Tops Billboard's Hot 100 for the first time.
Did that happen?
Since its release 65 years ago.
Why? Wow.
Why?
Because it's rocking around the Christmas tree, baby.
It's been out for years, decades.
And it's no go tell it on the mountain.
65 years ago, yeah.
You're right, Keith. It's no go tell it on the mountain.
Not. It's very sad. That
Only
is not
go
out.
tell it on the mountain.
Oh, you might want to
Now,
say
there
that
are
because you're
others.
going to compete with someone later.
There are others.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to compete with somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Go tell it on
Okay,
the
so we
mountain?
got Rocking Around the
All right, I'll
Christmas
save
Tree.
it.
Right? And we have there are 4 other carols that return to the Hot 100's top 10.
What do you got?
Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock. Up. Oh, there we go. That's Brenda Lee.
Why? Who's playing this?
All the Christmas music stations are for sure.
Why all of a sudden, though?
No,
never
they
have
play it
before.
every year. It's awesome. Yeah.
Not to where it goes number one.
No, that's a first. I don't know why that. What makes it number one. But you have Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock, went from 12th to 4th.
Okay.
Wham's Last Christmas went from 13 to 5th.
All right.
Classic Burl Ives Holly Jolly Christmas went from 16 to 6th.
Yeah.
I love that song. And my favorite, one of my all-time favorites, that it's not the holiday season without hearing this, and I do mean this, Andy Williams, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
I love that. Yeah.
Went from 28th to 10th.
Oh, okay.
Of the Hot 100.
Amazing. No Mariah Carey this time?
Well, they were just talking about the old return of the old carols.
Well, that's an old carol.
I don't know. I don't know
what,
where
1990?
that is. Yeah, I don't know where that. I didn't look at the complete Hot 100 list.
Okay.
So, and I was already bummed that there was no Go Tell It on It.
I'll never forget the year that we were in California.
I know.
And Andy Williams invited us to a show, but we had something else going on. I forget what it was.
Some
We had to make a
weather
choice.
thing.
Yeah,
with the flights.
and we didn't do it. And then we thought, there'll be another chance. We'll get there. And then he died.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Was he
Didn't get to show.
vaccinated?
That I don't know.
They didn't say that.
Didn't say that, yeah.
So
What
Since
year
it was
was
about
let it go.
2010,
Here we go.
Might have been in the experimental phase.
Maybe.
I don't know.
There we go.
Maybe.
Now we can't do any music without Taylor Swift mentions.
Oh, can't we?
No, we can't. Taylor Swift is the first living artist to concurrently have 5 top 10 albums on the Billboard 200.
Are these the redone things, the Taylor version?
And she was also Spotify's most played artist of 2023.
This is ridiculous.
Now
What's going on
she
with her?
unseated.
I don't even get it.
She unseated Bad Bunny. I mean, Bad Bunny held that spot.
Bad Bunny
For 3 years.
Easy.
Name me a Bad
kicked her
Bunny
out.
tune.
That's me, bro. That's my people. So slow
Bad
down.
Bunny
I know,
is
Bad
your
Bunny,
Bad Bunny's
yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Yeah,
Easy.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Name one Bad Bunny song.
Oh, there's so many.
So
I
many
can't-
that you
I
can't
just
My
name
favorite
one.
one is Street
Monaco.
Love.
No, it's
Street
Monaco.
Love.
Street Love?
Street Love,
Street
yeah.
Love,
That's my
huh?
favorite Bad Bunny song.
Okay.
Is there a Street Love
no.
from Bad Bunny?
No idea.
No idea.
It's-
That's what I thought.
It's not Ojitos Lindos. Sorry, I'm just Googling here. What? Okay.
Was that Bad Bunny? All right.
All right. So
Oh,
then
here
I
we go.
see Oh, this is
Do we
actually
know
Bad
that
Bunny.
Bad Bunny is, is going to be safe for broadcast?
Yes. No, we
probably
It's
not.
Spanish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who knows? Nobody knows.
I know.
If
Street
they're going to
love.
sing in gibberish,
That's,
nobody knows.
That's Street Love, Bad Bunny.
Okay.
So that's my favorite.
I can see why it's so big.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good stuff.
I see where they're trying to make, and Taylor, of course, it was just announced as well. Time Person of the Year, of course. Of course.
I do like this song. It's sold though now, right? It's 3 or 4 years old. Oh my gosh, 9.
9 years old, bro.
I thought it came out. I mean, at the earliest 2019. 9
years old.
Wow. All right.
3.3 billion views on YouTube.
Oh, God.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. She might amount to something someday.
Just under some of the videos on Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher's YouTube page. But it's getting there.
Okay.
It's getting there. I'm getting there. So yesterday you talked about the nominees, the final nominees for Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Yeah.
And
are they announcing them?
Well, they just announced it this morning.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. That's what I was saying.
I knew it was going to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it can't be anyone else.
Yep.
Who are you going to give it to? The Hollywood strikers?
No.
The Trump prosecutors?
No.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to be Taylor, right? I mean, it's her year.
Could have been Xi Jinping because they do that kind of stuff at times.
Yeah, they do.
But
and
Taylor
last
Swift
year they
makes
gave
more-
it to Zelensky.
More sense. Yeah. Right.
So I'm sorry, and they also gave it, the spirit of Ukraine. The sports, the athlete of the year was.
I got your
What
spirit
is
of
the
Ukraine
spirit
right here.
Hey, we got to talk about Ukraine too, because
I know it's under
they got
fire,
some
man.
problems.
Yes,
man.
big time.
Big problems.
Big time. And I see, Taylor, obviously her, her movie, her concert movie was monster. This past weekend,
biggest ever.
Beyonce, released her film, Beyonce's Renaissance Tour, and it topped the box office at 21 million.
Oh, that's way behind
North
Taylor,
America.
right?
Well,
Isn't that behind her?
Taylor only did 92.8 million on
That's
her
what I thought,
opening
yeah.
weekend. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So it was
Beyonce
only 70 million ahead.
Okay, but I love how they got to try to. They found a qualifier.
Oh, okay, good.
This is the first time in 2 decades that a movie grossed more than $20 million the weekend after Thanksgiving, not adjusted for inflation, when people went to see it prior to 5:30 in the afternoon. No, it was just the weekend after Thanksgiving, not adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, you got to try to massage that.
Yeah,
a little
you
bit.
do big time, and they
because she's passé compared to Taylor.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she's still big, but
she's
Taylor's
Queen Bee.
way bigger.
That's Beyonce, and Beyonce. I mean, her tour was, monstrous as well.
Nobody ever talks about the football games Beyonce goes to. Right? Beyonce was there at the Jets game.
Yeah, they do when her and Jay-Z show up. Yeah, they do.
I mean, they might show it once, but it's not the focus of the game and the broadcast like it is
It
with
hasn't
Taylor.
been the focus of the game lately, as of late.
Okay, well, then
It hasn't.
I guess
don't know if
I
you've
guess
watched
nobody
the
cares
games.
about Taylor Swift
They show
anymore.
her in
Jeffy.
the box.
I guess
They show her in the
it's
box
fine.
maybe
I
once
guess
or
Beyonce's
twice.
just as big then as Taylor Swift.
She is. No, I'm sick of your bad
I guess
besmirching
you're
Beyonce. Okay, I'm sick of it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that's Queen Bee.
I know.
All right? So
I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little angry
What
right
else
now.
you have?
I'm a little angry right now.
No. You made him mad.
We don't want that.
Well,
that's really sad.
Challenge you
We
to a
can
push-up
talk-
contest, Matt.
Look, Fat. Look.
I thought there was no fat
All right,
shaming.
no, I'm just quoting
Yeah,
the
he's a
president
quote-
of the United
He's
States.
quoting a historical figure.
That's all I'm
here.
doing. That is not fat shaming.
Oh,
I
okay.
am quoting the president of the United States.
All right.
Okay.
Need to chill.
Let me take a minute. Ask you a question. Are you being lied to? And the answer is, of course, yes. Wall Street financial gurus say max out your 401k and IRA. But the man who invented the 401k says it's a failed experiment that should be destroyed.
Oh, yeah. And they're down 25% since Joe Biden took office.
Gosh.
401ks.
Well, you need to be in control. You get access to your money for any purpose with no questions asked. Would you like that? And without government penalties or restrictions on how much income you can take or when you can take it. Try doing that with your 401k or IRA. You can't. This is the famous strategy that businesses like McDonald's have used, and almost anybody can do it. Built-in inflation protection. Your money is guaranteed to grow by a larger dollar amount every year in both good times and bad. This is the bank on yourself system. You'll have peace of mind. You'll know the minimum guaranteed value of your retirement savings on the day you plan to tap into them, and at every point along the way. If you want guaranteed, predictable annual growth, control of your money, and tax-free retirement income, go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed, and they'll send you a free report with the proven retirement plan alternative that banks in Wall Street just don't want you to know about. Just go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed. Get your free report. Bankonyourself.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Missed an episode? Catch up anytime, anywhere podcasts are found. Pat Gray will be right back.
Do know what you mean.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Just to finish up the Fat Five.
We got a lot more. We could go on and on and on for days and days and days. Or, you can just subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, with Jeff Fisher, and that's available wherever you get your podcast. So please subscribe there. We were talking about Taylor Swift, and I don't know. I don't know that I understand the complete Taylor Swift world these days, but it's her world and we live in it. That's for sure.
Yep.
And we talked about how she topped, she pushed Bad Bunny off the mountain of the most streamed on Spotify. I see where Spotify dropped their Wrapped program, so
yes,
you can.
They did.
If I know you guys use Spotify all the time. I do not, but they also did a new thing called Sound Town, which matches your listening taste to a city. I was wondering, what city were you matched to?
Windsor, Canada. Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Is that true?
That's true. I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Windsor, Ontario, Canada?
It doesn't tell you why you were matched to that city?
Because in that city, they're more apt to listen to the music I listen to, apparently. I think that's why they matched me there.
All right. And this is
Jackie was matched to Provo, Utah.
Boy, there's a surprise.
Hey, a shout out to Madison, Missouri, by the way.
You didn't need AI to tell you that.
No, you didn't. No.
Because why Madison?
It said Madison,
Wisconsin?
No, it said Madison, USA, but the dot was like on Missouri. So whatever that means.
Oh, weird.
And there is a Madison, Missouri, I see. So
okay.
Hi, Madison, Missouri, you and I.
It's also the first Wrapped since the platform's AI DJ launched, so you can use it to guide
I like him.
to
He's
your
pretty
results,
cool.
too.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
My top artists of the year, as you can perhaps imagine, artist number 5 on my list, Foreigner.
Oh, duh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But 5. Some people might be surprised it's not number 1. At number 4, Sheryl Crow.
Oh yeah, you got hooked. You were hooked on her for a while.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Def Leppard. At number 2, Chicago.
Let me guess. Can I please
guess the number 1?
For the love of God, please.
Go ahead.
Guess number 1.
Go ahead. Number 1.
Because I don't know what I'm going to win, but I will bet.
So much. You're going to win so much.
Yes.
Boston.
Little anticlimactic, yes. Number 1, Boston. Boston, Chicago, Def Leppard, Sheryl Crow, and Foreigner. My top artists.
I don't believe I've ever been for a ride in your vehicle. Anytime
when Boston
in my life.
Has not played.
There has not been at least one Boston
That's
song
probably
played.
true. It's probably true. So what was your artist list?
Yeah, I was just scrambling here during the break.
Does Spotify send out a board?
Letting
like
it go
that?
through. I had to write all this
I
stuff.
didn't get a board.
I had to write it all down on the fly. 2,062 songs.
2,000. Wow.
13,000.
I only listened to 568.
Yeah, but he listens to he listens to these bougie songs every morning when he comes in here.
13,772 minutes of podcasts.
Wow. Really?
25,377 minutes of music with Matthew Sweet, U2, Pete Yorn, Guster, and Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Okay.
Who was number 1?
Matthew Sweet. Yeah, this year.
Matthew Sweet.
Yeah. In fact, shout out to Pete Yorn and his dog Rosie for saying hi to me.
Did they use your name?
Of course
Did they call you by name?
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, thanks for listening to our stuff.
Yeah, thanks for accounting for 99.9% of our listenership. But I was in the 0.1% of Matthew Sweet listeners, so that...
I bet you were.
I bet you were.
That's
I
fun.
bet you there's a number of people on that list of yours that
40 genres. How do you come up with 40 genres?
I don't know. I only had 33. So 40?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rock being
that's
my
too many for
top
me.
one.
Okay. They claim
Thanks, Joe.
soft rock was the liars. They're liars.
Soft rock. Oh, I'd take it back.
Well, my number one song was "Come September" by Natalie Imbruglia. So that could be considered soft rock.
Sick of
I
myself,
suppose.
Matthew Sweet.
Sick of myself?
Says plenty.
All right.
That was my top song.
Chris, what about you? From a foreign
Chris
country
uses
with your
Spotify,
foreign
right?
language stuff. You probably listen to a lot of rap.
Bad Bunny, that kind of thing.
Number 5, Elevation Worship. Number 4, Bethel Music
Listen
Worship.
to him making us
Number
look bad.
3, Worship Lounge. Number 2, Soaking in His Presence.
Really?
And number 1, William Augusto.
And who's that? Is that a Christian artist too?
Wait, hold on.
So all Christian artists.
Go back. Did you
Wow.
say?
So could you tell us what you actually listen to and not what you're just telling us?
Hold on. Did you say sulking?
No, soaking.
Soaking
in His presence.
You are
in his
soaking
presence.
in God's presence.
Yep.
Okay.
And then my
You're
top
soaking.
genre was Christian praise and worship.
Oh, I'm sorry. My number one. I made a mistake. It wasn't Boston. It was the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Mormon Tabernacle.
So I got it wrong.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Oh.
So, yeah.
How did you
You're not taking
I don't
back
know what
my
I was
prize.
looking at a few
You're
minutes
not
ago. I forget.
You're not taking back my prize. You said I was right.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You can keep your prize.
Okay.
I just wanted to correct the record.
That's awesome.
Can't let that heathen
Now,
show
did
us
you?
up with Christian
What
music.
is this right here? What is this? Spotify says I'm a hypnotist. Your concentration is absolute, friend. You like to play albums all the way through from the opening track to the final note. Did you get a little?
No, because I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't play anybody's album.
No, but I'm
I
saying
just-
it'll tell you what kind of listener you are. It'll give you a.
Really?
It'll give you a description there.
Well, you're a faithful listener. I mean, the Mormon Tabernacle
Right,
Choir
yes,
was
exactly.
your most listened to.
Jesus is your co-pilot. Clearly.
You're welcome.
You got me.
I told you.
You nailed me right there.
Man, you know
Guilty
who I
as
am.
charged. Too much Christian music right there. More coming up in a minute.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393, Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
You know, you guys showing off your Spotify list and stuff, and I told you I don't listen to Spotify, so I don't have a.
You don't
I
have a list.
Spotify list. Yeah,
Can't play the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what I listen to, you can't really. It's tough to keep track of because I usually just record the choir at church and then play it back for the rest of the week.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Yeah, I just play
That's
it
what
back.
you usually do.
Yeah,
is
I
when
play
you're
it for
at
you now,
church.
but I just deleted
Hold
it.
on.
Oh, wow.
Follow up question. Which church are you recording the choir
The
on?
one,
The one?
close to the
Yeah,
house.
the one he goes to every
The
Sunday.
one,
What are you
the
talking
one
about?
close to the
Right there by the house.
Does it have a name?
It's right at the church.
Yeah.
It's right by the house.
Yeah.
It's the church.
And I don't know that you want to say it because then that
that is just a
endangers
whole
the
new
people in the
thing.
congregation. You don't want any of that. So good for you. All right. Champion swimmer Riley Gaines was in front of Congress yesterday. Apparently, Congresswoman Summer Lee had just said that Riley Gaines engages in transphobic bigotry.
Because Riley Gaines had pointed out that women who have been injured against men playing women's sports, I mean, these are injuries. She talked about this one girl that's paralyzed partially for months now after a collision with a guy. You remember we had the recent field hockey thing with the teeth being knocked out, and so she went through all these injuries. That's transphobia. Okay, that's...
Gosh.
Yeah, so this exchange.
So she had a response here during her testimony.
Inclusion cannot be prioritized over safety and fairness. And Ranking Member Lee, if my testimony makes me transphobic, then I believe your opening monologue makes you a misogynist. Thank you.
Oh, good. Nice.
She was talking
about. Thank you, Ms. Gaines. I now recognize Ms. Perry for her opening statements.
Good afternoon, Chairman McLean,
Ranking Member Lee, and distinguished members of the subcommittee. My name is Sarah Parshall-Perry. I am a senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation.
How you doing?
As a former varsity athlete, the mother of a girls varsity athlete, and former senior counsel for civil rights at the Department of Education, I have, as the saying goes...
Madam Chair, excuse me, I move to have the gentlewoman's words taken down.
What? Oh, wow. What are you talking about?
Riley Gaines.
The committee will suspend.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Miss Perry, you have to hang on. Just chill for a moment here while we work this out. This is your U.S. Congress.
Oh, so she can call her transphobic and a bigot, but
you can't
say back to her that she's a misogynist.
Oh, we're bringing up personality, so that needs to be stricken from the...
Well, then you
Can I
strike
just
the
ask
trans bigotry.
how it's fair to be called transphobic?
Thank you.
There's
Thank
I would say men disguising themselves as women are engaging in personalities.
Order. Hang on. Order. Let's get a ruling. The chair.
We're going to get a ruling from
Hold on.
The youngins.
All right. Let's get the ruling.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, she doesn't like the ruling she's getting.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah, you suck! That's the ruling. Okay.
Oh, we're still debating.
Oh, no.
We're still whispering
Pencils
in each
down.
other's
I move
ears.
to withdraw the point of order.
Oh, yeah, you suck! I
Thank you,
told
Ms.
you!
Lee.
I
now recognize
There you go,
Ms.
that's
Perry
it.
for her opening statement.
Nice.
Start over.
All right.
All right.
We'll get back to skin in the game.
Sorry, you suck. That's the ruling.
Chairwoman McClain.
Yeah, we don't care. Honestly, you're just there. Sorry.
Although she's great.
Yeah, I know she was good, but that's not the point of this clip.
Yeah.
The point is that Congresswoman Lee sucks.
No doubt
and we got
about that.
there officially by not striking Riley Gaines from the record.
Meanwhile, Nikki Haley was asked about trans surgeries for 12-year-olds. This was during the summer, I think, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's just resurfacing now because nobody saw this interview apparently at the time, and now they're looking through old clips of hers.
Well, she's the front runner.
She's okay.
Yeah,
Is she?
We're gonna see her.
40 points behind Trump.
We're gonna see her tonight at the debate, which I
She
can't
better be
wait
asked.
for.
She
Which
better
I can't
be
wait for.
asked about this.
I mean,
okay, here it is.
Madam Ambassador, another question is what care should be on the table when a 12-year-old child in this country assigned female at birth says, actually, I feel more comfortable living as a boy? What should the law allow the response to be?
Well, I think the law should stay out of it, and I think parents should handle it.
Okay. That's interesting. She doesn't want the law to stay out of it when you're online, though. I'd like to point out.
Yeah, right.
She wants to make sure she knows everything about you.
Right. Yep.
But, boy, I cannot wait to never, ever vote for Nikki Haley. She's got to be asked about that tonight.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's only going to be 4, so there should be time for this debate to breathe.
We can hope.
I hope so.
We can hope.
Megyn Kelly is one of the moderators, right? Who are the other 2?
Yes.
Anybody know?
I don't.
No, nobody knows.
I'll find out.
Okay.
I'll find out momentarily.
Meanwhile, at least we've got a secure border. That's the good thing. A contractor was working on a section of fence when illegals came pouring through, and the coyote on the other side just shrugged.
Watch this, man. This is the state of our border right here.
There we go. Come on in, everybody.
So the coyote is standing there just waving them through. Look at this.
Y'all come free.
Found a gap. Let's go. Didn't know this was here.
Who's the guy filming them all?
Yes. Jeffrey.
No, I'm just...
And then the Border
there's the
Patrol's
Border
just
Patrol.
like, yeah, what are you going to do?
Armed, just standing there.
All right, you got your
watching
water?
them come in.
He's even taking it. He shrugs.
Shoot him.
Gives him a salute.
took the video so we know who all went across.
Golly.
So we have their money and we have your name. That's
great. Yep.
Of course, he's probably the one that knocked that fencing down. Oh, yeah, we can kill this now. But
wow.
Anyway, while they're repairing it, they're just
coming through. Come through quickly before we get it fixed here.
I mean, something has to be done. Right?
What?
I mean,
You think? Really?
I don't understand.
Why? The border's secure.
What are you talking about,
What do you mean? So, like, what? 10 people came through. So what?
So you hate?
How does that hurt?
Actually, I believe that was more than 10.
Okay,
But
20.
I wasn't counting.
All right, 50 people came through. So what?
Yeah.
So what?
And
it wasn't
here we go.
3,000 like it was the other day.
No, it wasn't.
Right? So it's a vast improvement. We've got Elizabeth.
So I'll shut up.
Yeah, thank you.
Elizabeth Vargas, right? Eliana Johnson. So it's all chicks, is that right?
Yes, it's all chicks.
Megyn Kelly? Okay.
This is the so this is all chicks. I'm sure that's the way they're billing it.
An all babes moderator debate.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
There you go.
So Megyn Kelly, Elizabeth Vargas.
Closed the tab.
And who else?
Closed the tab.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was quick.
Oh, here we go.
Eliana Johnson.
Thank you.
Free Beacon, Washington.
Okay.
Free Beacon,
I didn't know who that was.
Editor-in-chief.
And you know what? The great thing is the illegals that are pouring through our border right now, they know exactly who to thank. And so
I love you, Joe
did.
Biden. Thank you for everything, Joe Biden. I'm a good person. I want to be a good person here
good.
in the United States.
Break the law
I came here
already.
because I want quality life. You know, America is a land of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have
It's a land of laws as well. Be nice if you followed them when you're immigrating.
But that other guy just said he's a good person.
Yeah, so
You don't have to worry about the
Don't
law if
worry
you're
about
a
it.
good person.
Right.
That's how Jeffy's gotten by in life, Pat.
yeah, he's a good
He's
person.
just a good person.
He just breaks the law on a regular basis.
Right, but
What?
he's
That doesn't make him any less of a person, right?
First of all,
Definitely not less of a person.
First of all. Yes.
If you don't get caught,
Yeah.
you're not breaking any laws.
Yeah, it's not illegal if you don't get caught. Yeah.
All right. Sometimes even when you do get caught. I mean, there's border agents watching these illegals pour through the border.
What are we even doing?
What are we doing? Why are they there? Why are they there? Well, it's so they can drive them to a city.
I was about to say, no.
That's why.
No, they're waiting
That's
to take them to their next doctor's
or
appointment.
their doctor's appointment, right? Get them the cell phone. First of all, you got to get the iPhone. Then you got to go to your doctor's appointment. And then we'll drive you to the city and put you up in a nice
There's
hotel.
your new info packet.
It's unbelievable. It really is incredible.
Yeah.
All right. This bustling holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. That's why there's Factor. It's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, and it can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You save time, you stay on track with your healthy lifestyle, and you can still tackle all your holiday to-do lists.
Yeah.
Treat yourself, and I know you're a busy man during this time of year.
It leaves more time for the wife to do stuff, I'll tell you that.
Jeffy spends a lot of time in church, don't forget. He doesn't have time to run all these errands.
That's true. That's true. He's busy recording choirs and things to listen to the rest of the week during your scripture study and
That's
whatnot.
correct.
While you're driving in. Delicious meals over the holidays. You can choose from 35-plus chef-crafted meals every week that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, too. Whether it's calorie smart, vegan and veggie, protein plus, or more wholesome options. Factor isn't just for dinner. You can count on extra convenience any time of day with an assortment of 55-plus add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab-and-go snacks, and ready-to-drink cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. And during December, you can get Factor and enjoy eating really well without all the hassle. It takes 2 minutes to heat these up. It's so great. And you'll be enjoying fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered right to your door, ready in, again, 2 minutes. Head to factormeals.com/Pat50. Use the promo code PAT50 to get 50% off. That's code PAT50 at factormeals.com/Pat50 to get your 50% off.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Glad to see that Kamala Harris, our wonderful vice president, got a little award yesterday.
The border czar wasn't
awesome.
at the border, that's for sure.
Well, that's for sure. But she's got other priorities right now, like breaking ties in the Senate. That's her gig. Okay, so she keeps doing that. And so Chucky Schumer had a little gift for her yesterday.
Okay. It is my honor to present the Golden Gavel to Vice President Harris on this great day. 32 tie-breaking votes.
32 tie-breaking votes. I wonder who she voted for. What'd she vote for to break those ties? He didn't even tell us. Was it about half and half?
Probably.
Sometimes Republicans, sometimes the Democrats.
I don't like those people.
Oh my gosh, I know.
What is that little gavel? I mean, this gavel was like nothing.
I know, it's not even. I mean, this is a gavel.
That's a gavel.
That's a gavel.
That's a gavel.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I eat no
gavel.
for breakfast.
This is a gavel.
See? You can even hear it when you smash it on a table.
There are people in the hall ducking for cover out there.
And speaking of these gavels, remember when Congressman Patrick McHenry was mad that Kevin McCarthy lost his speakership, so he took it out on the gavel?
Yeah.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Little guy with a big hammer.
Oh! Ooh. He was mad.
He
was pissed.
He was mad.
And there you go.
So why is he in the news?
It's so hard.
Huh?
Why is
Well, yesterday he announced he's leaving Congress.
Shoot.
When his term ends.
Man, what are we going to do?
That really hurts. I don't know. Patrick McHenry's not going to be in there anymore?
I know.
There's a lot of,
what are you going to do?
There's a lot of Congress people that are
leaving,
deciding.
Oh,
You know, I
too
need to
bad.
go back to do something else.
That stinks.
I don't know that that's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Farewell, I'll be there saying goodnight.
What is bad is that a lot of them are Republicans and we're losing our edge. So that's not good. If you're going to lose the House majority.
Well, they shouldn't have kicked George Santos out. Because that's going to be a Democrat seat now, right?
Probably.
Because isn't Kathy Hochul probably? I don't know how New York works, but she's probably going to be.
Just appoint someone, right?
Right? I assume. I don't know.
You can't have elections.
Well, that's not till
New
November,
York.
right? Next year.
I don't know. I don't know, but we got to get to the important issue of the day. Did John Kerry fart yesterday?
Oh, I saw that trending.
Over at COP 28.
Oh, click on that.
I think he might have broken wind.
It does appear that way.
It does appear that way, doesn't it?
Somebody
it does
did.
appear that way. Yeah,
Somebody did.
Someone on the
There's
stage
a lot of
did.
microphones, so we got 3 suspects, as you'll see in the video. All right.
Now, if Democrat apologist Jeff Fisher says,
yeah,
well, not that he may have, but I'll tell you that I think it was actually the lady.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think it was the lady.
Hang on, dark horse. The guy on the far right? Watch his face. He's concentrating on something.
Way those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is that the climate crisis
I don't think it's her. I'll tell you why it's not her.
She puts her hand
She
up
turns her head away from him and covers her nose.
Yeah, she puts her hand up.
Oh, sorry.
The climate crisis and the health.
That's important. You said it's an issue of the day.
That are killing people on a daily basis.
No.
And the reality is that
it's the guy. It's the far right.
Now the far
climate crisis.
It kind of dilutes what he's actually saying there, which is the climate crisis is killing people on a daily basis.
Correct.
It's just not true. Can you just stop, please?
I thought the issue of the day was the fart.
Fear mongering. I thought it was too until it was covered up by his babbling. And the climate crisis is killing people on a daily basis.
Wait a minute. Fourth suspect. It's the guy on the grassy knoll because that fart noise is too close to a microphone.
It does sound
I think
real.
It's somebody somewhere else.
On a daily basis. And the reality is that...
Or it's the guy. It might be the guy. What other show's going to give you 4 or 5 runs of a fart noise?
None of those microphones are that close to pick it up.
Now,
like
actually, the issue of the day is Pat singing Go Tell It on the Mountain, which, of course, it ushers in the holiday season, does it not?
It does. I think we can all agree
we ushered
on
it
that.
in, right? I mean, we've ushered.
So I want to play a little game. Who delivers it better? Either Pat Gray, who we know is the winner here, or this video clip of
these two ladies.
These two ladies bringing you the
I haven't heard this yet.
Christmas
I tried to
cheer.
play it yesterday. I didn't have any
Are
sound.
these ladies from my choir?
I don't know. Let's see.
Probably. Okay.
Let's see.
While shepherds kept their watching, the silent flocks by night. Behold, throughout the
You're rocking in there, I see, Chris.
shone no holy light. Oh, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, tell it on
Public access shows.
They're not even doing it right.
Right.
This is one
That
of those
doesn't put
public
you in the
access
mood?
shows. No, it
Come
doesn't.
on, that does not put you
I
in the
love
mood.
those
The
shows,
Zoom-
though. The cable companies.
Oh, yeah,
do
they're
those
great.
The
public
Zoom
accesses are
between the two
awesome,
ladies
man.
was.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
those
great.
are all people practicing their camera work, everything.
I mean,
Here
the
we
only
go.
thing missing from this is the fart noise in the background.
Why don't we focused on the blue wall behind you?
That's awesome. That's good stuff, man.
That's good stuff. Can somebody get a camera 2? Get a close up of
give
the
me a
wall
fade.
behind him.
Camera 2. Get a fade. It's awesome.
Slow zoom.
Those sets had about 3 giant cameras on them. It was good stuff.
But this is how here. Let me show you how you get people in the mood for Christmas. Okay. Go take it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
a hell of a zoom.
You feel
there,
it
Joe.
now, right?
Yeah, you missed it. I don't know if you saw
I did miss it. Did we do the zoom
we
to the
did the
wall?
zoom to the
Good.
wall.
Nicely done.
There it is.
Yeah. Pat, Merry Christmas.
Great Christmas right
Yes, you too. Good work in public access television. Joe, congratulations. That's great.
Okay, all right. So you had the ladies.
Yep.
Singing.
Were they great?
And then you did your rendition, which of course is the top. I mean, you can't even. But now we have another song here that I want to share with you.
Dog spreading Christmas cheer.
Oh my gosh!
What do you
This
mean?
is where you have some stupid animal video.
What do you mean stupid?
Here it is.
Silent night, holy night.
I hear you.
That guy is awesome. That is, what is his, Rockstar? I forget how to spell it, though.
Yeah.
If you can make Jeff Fisher laugh at an animal video.
I tried not to, but that's
I know you did not, but that's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
Silent night.
One more time.
That's hilarious.
Holy night.
I hear you. Roll your virgin.
That's really funny.
That's brilliant.
You got to find this guy.
I don't care who you are. That's brilliant.
funny.
He's
That's
on
funny.
he's on YouTube and it's RXCKSTXR. RXCKSTXR.
Very funny.
And he does the voiceovers of animal videos. That's all he does. And it's just a riot, every one of them.
All right, I hear you. So good. All right, I hear you. All right. I would like to hear the dog obviously howling during.
No, that was his voice.
Yeah. Well,
what are you doing?
All right.
What
nothing.
are you talking about?
No,
Now, you mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about Ukraine. I hate to pull the handbrake here, but just what?
Oh man.
What is that about? I'm just trying to remind the host.
Stupid animal video.
Something.
Go to Ukraine.
Well, he teased something, and I think it's very important what's happening in Congress right now.
We've never teased anything on this show and not gotten to it.
That's fair. That's fair. True. Sorry.
That's fair.
All right, my bad.
Is it fair though?
But Speaker Johnson is putting Joe Biden in a fun spot, and it's about time Republicans do this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Once border security and exchange. You want your Ukraine funding? It's not a rubber stamp, bro. Now, Kevin McCarthy's gone. I know that Patrick McHenry's really pissed about that, but now we've got Mike Johnson putting the hammer down.
Did you see what Ukrainian soldiers are saying about what's going on at the front lines right now? They're out of ammo. They're out of weaponry. We have been pumping hundreds of billions of dollars into that country.
Yeah.
Where's this stuff going?
It's just
Need
gone.
better aim. Aim better.
Poof.
What is happening? They're being overrun right now. They're supposed to have entire brigades at the border fighting this, during this counteroffensive they're doing. And they only have enough for small little platoons of guys because they don't have the manpower anymore. The new recruits are getting like 3 weeks of training. 3 weeks, and then they're out on the front lines, and they're getting slaughtered.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Are we going to continue this? Are we going? And by the way, supposedly, at least according to this article, the Biden administration has said we're running out of ammo, and we're running out of time, and this can't last forever. Well, that's not what they said a few months ago.
No, it is not.
But I hope that's true because we need to consider our own supplies right now. Do we have enough to defend ourselves if something were to happen? I don't know.
And that should be our first and foremost
Absolutely.
priority
We've
right
got to
now.
look out for ourselves because if we fall, everybody else does too. But
Speaking of COP28. Oh, wait. No, Ukraine. Sorry.
Both. I mean, both. But it's time to really reassess what's happening in the Ukraine-Russian war.
It's almost like all that aid that we've been sending, maybe it hasn't all ended up with the soldiers.
It's almost like that.
Yeah,
Now, you can't imagine such a thing.
Money laundering is now a synonym for foreign aid.
And since there's absolutely...
is a country in Europe.
Right, without any supervision whatsoever from us. So, that's great.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.